Hello everyone's. I am here for my review of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 10, Episode 16. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I am Lady T. I like to do reviews on scripted reality shows, and also do reactions. If you're returning, you one of my peoples, welcome back. Now, I know these last few episodes I've been saying it's Season 11, and for whatever reason I thought it was. Even though when I was clicking on the video it was saying Season 10, but I was like, maybe they just, maybe they wrong. I don't know why I thought they was wrong and I wouldn't, but I do apologize. We are still on Season 10. We have not ventured on to Season 11. So last week I forgot to mention that Yandy and Rennie was like bonding over both having men who were in prison and one who has a man who is currently in prison, and how it is hard, but that makes their love grow stronger, their bond grow stronger, because when you need somebody to talk to, he is there. When you going through things, he can listen to you and all this other stuff. I was like, we are not sitting here bonding over having been in jail and almost glorifying it. I was sitting there like, Andy, you wrong for that, letting this girl think that this is something magical that we all should be aspiring to. No. Not every woman wants to doggone have a man who is, not saying that Yandy wants that for everybody, or wants everybody to have somebody, a significant other that's in jail, but she was making it seem like your love was going to grow so much stronger when you have a man that is in jail. And I was like, that to me, it just did not sit right with me, because even though you had Mendeecees in jail, you was smart enough to not marry that man because you didn't want to have to pay all his restitutions. Tell me I'm lying. But anyway, we getting on over here. Sierra, she is concerned about her mom's alcohol abuse because apparently she didn't got an infection in her colon, which is making Sierra want to slow down on, on her alcohol intake. When she was like, oh, I don't think I should be drinking right now, everybody assumed that she was pregnant. I was like, the way you worded that, it made it seem like you was pregnant. But her mom's alcohol abuse, and it's like, I don't want to keep on drinking, and something caused me to have an infection in my colon, which I didn't know alcohol could do that. I thought alcohol messed with your liver. I didn't know it was venturing over there to the colon. She wants her mom to get help, but I've said this before with people who have substance abuse problems. Until they want to get help themselves, there's nothing you can do. You can forcefully put them into some type of rehab center, and if they're not ready, they're just going to come out and do the same things they was doing before. Yandy and Kendra, they both had parents who had alcohol and drug abuse. And I think it was Kendra who said that after her dad got out, he was helping other people, and he was sober for 20 years before he went on and passed. Yandy was like, my dad was going out into the neighborhood and helping people out. So they know what she's going through. But I was just kept on going back to the fact that Sierra was like, no, I'm not pregnant yet. I'm like, you and the dude you was with whose name escapes me, because we've been off the show for a minute, and they've only showed him once, that I believe, or him having a speaking role, or him having a in a confessional where I can see his name. Yeah, y'all still arguing about who gonna get this room, whether it's gonna be his gym or is it gonna be your glam room. I don't think y'all should be talking about babies just yet. Maybe that's just me, because it seems like they're still new into their relationship, even though they didn't sit here and got this house together they were remodeling. But anyways, I'm tired of talking about Erica and Safari. I really am. But my question is, what she got going on in her confession? Because she is sitting kind of sideways and looking kind of stiff. And I'm like, ma'am, what is going on here? And another thing, I did not know Erica was younger than me. When she was fussing with Safari, talking about something, you 40 years old and I'm 34. I was like, she 34? But anyway, I was not trying to be shady, but it's like the amount of makeup that she puts on and some of the surgeries that she has gotten done, I put her over 34, and that was my bad. But these two are doing what these two do. arguing back and forth, getting on social media, claiming to not like all the attention, but loving the attention. We got two people who love to be the center of attention, who love being on TV, got together, made a fool out of marriage and all that stuff, brought kids into the situation, and are constantly on social media dragging each other. That's what we got here. I'm not going to say that they didn't love each other, because I don't know their business like that. But you two got together on a reality TV show. And then Safari was, oh, I just want to be loved. I just want to have a family. And I just want to have this and that. But he still wanted to be out here doing his thing. And it was like, okay, so this is the role we playing now. Me and you, we going to make up the breakup. And then you going to go out here and do something stupid. I'm going to get on social media crying while holding the kids in the background. Then you going to come over and I said that twice, hug the kids, kiss on the kids, and then go on social media talking about something, you are a good daddy and all this other stuff. But my mind is going back to why was she sitting like that in her confession? She was sitting sideways and she was sitting stiff. Now, I don't know if it was she sitting sideways because she wanted to see, the dramatics that was in her dress, because it was like some crisscross stick going on where you still had a little skin showing. I was like, is that why she's sitting that way? But she was looking kind of stiff for me. And I know I'm not the only one that noticed that. Now we have Randy dealing with her mom. Her mom was in a car accident. Her and her siblings didn't know she was in a car accident. They calling and looking for folks and looking for her, calling different places, and finally that their mom was in the hospital. Now, since Miss Rona and her cousins and other things is popping off into the world, they can only visit their mom one at a time. And the looks of things, mama not doing too good. Both her kidneys are shut down, and they had to remove a piece of her pancreas because it was dead. So it's like they're doing everything they can to keep her alive. So I'm like, now she had to be put on dialysis. We don't know what other damages is going on. But she's kind of upset with herself because her and her mom, they had this argument, and she just at this point it's like, whatever we was arguing about in the past means nothing. She just wish she could have told her mom, I love you, one more time. And I was like, it's sad that, Miss Rona and her cousins out here, so you can't really go and see, your people, your family members, your friends, when they are in the hospital and everything. We got Sierra. She wanting to be there for Randy because it's her homegirl, this her friend, but she got her mama to deal with. We got to get this intervention for mama because mama clearly, she needs help, and she needs help now. Now, for whatever reason, they decided to do this in the house that she is remodeling. It's cold outside, but we got to sit out by this fire pit. We couldn't find somebody. We couldn't go to mama's house. We couldn't go to the sister's house. We had to go to this house that is being remodeled. We got to sit out here wrapped up in blankets by this fire pit to talk about your mama and her drinking. Okay. That's what we're going to do. Soon as mama get there, she talking about some she need to drink. And I was like, ma'am, this is why you are here. Is it about your drinking? You got wine coolers in your purse right now. Why? And she talking about something, we the next Kardashians. I was like, where did that come from? But anyways, that's farthest from the truth. But she don't want to take her medicine because when she take her medicine, she can't drink. So apparently the drink is better than taking her antibiotics for a week so she can get everything cleaned up. It's like Sierra's like, you know what? We gonna lock ourselves in this house and we gonna go vegan for a week and we gonna get you together. But I'm like, that may work for a week while she's taking her antibiotics. If you make sure you get every piece of alcohol, go through her luggage thoroughly and make sure whatever alcohol you have in the house is not in there. Go through everybody's luggage is gonna stay there and make sure there's no alcohol, period. That may work for a week while she's taking her antibiotics. But what are you gonna do once, she's doing her antibiotics? Is she going to go back to drinking? And another thing, why are we doing this in the house that is under renovation? That don't seem like the best place to do that. And then you're going to have to deal with her going through the withdrawals of alcohol. Do we want to do this in a house that is being renovated? I have questions. But hopefully you know, Sierra's mama will realize that, you know, my drinking has gotten out of control so much that I would rather drink than take the medication I need to take the medication I have, because an infection, that's serious. That's not nothing you should just like, oh, it's gonna be fine. No, an infection is something bad that can spread. And the fact that you would rather drink than take your medicine, yeah. Hopefully Sierra's mama, whose name escapes me, gets, you know, starts taking her medication, and you know, she can get control of her alcohol abuse. We moving over to Jock's wedding. It's like everything was going against them. It's the last, like everything was so last minute. Jock, he got in town the day of the wedding because he had been out, you know, making money, you know, for the family and whatnot, and had to get his final fitting the day of the wedding. Kendra's dress was being finished the day of the wedding, and while she's getting her hair and makeup done, her designer Rico, he has to go back to wherever he was, you know, finishing up her dress to go get her undergarments. Like, we were supposed to walk down the aisle at ABC time, and we can't do that because your dress is not ready. She's already worried about Jock. We got Sierra, Carly Red, and Spice. They all got this looming over their head whether Jock was cheating or not. It's a lot going on. Spice and Sierra's like, you know what, that, even though, you know, that's bad and that could hurt their relationship, I'm not saying anything. I'm just gonna keep this to myself. It's just, I just think it's funny, like the moment. And yes, this is a reality show or a scripted reality show. I get that. Like, all this is people coming out in the woodwork now that Jock getting married. And the fact that Mita's like, I didn't know Jock was in a relationship. But it was good that Jock's twin little girls was able to be the flower girls. That was nice. Kirk showed up in a tracksuit. I'm like, everybody dressed up. Well, not everybody. It was two dudes, and they kept on zooming in on them. And I was like, what they got going on? And one of them then jumped up, and I'm thinking it's not gonna be any like, no, I am in love with Kendra and I've loved her from afar from years. I don't think it's gonna be one of them situations. I think it's gonna be like a type of surprise type situation. That is one thing I would never want to be involved in at somebody's wedding and somebody gets up and objects. But Carly was up here insinuating, is that the word I'm looking for? It may not be, that she was going to show up to the wedding. But she still got in her mind, Kendra is so, what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, she think Kendra is jealous of her and insecure of being around her. Like, no, ma'am. She don't want you at her wedding because you used to hunt on her fiance, soon-to-be husband. Regardless if you was at her wedding, bridal shower, or what have you. She don't want you at her wedding. That would be creepy. It would be weird. And I know this is the kind of stuff that Carla Red, she thrives off of, like, being messy. And I was like, I just hope she don't show up. Yeah, so that was basically the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It's free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on to my beautiful face. Put some video. You can click on it. You can like it. You can share with your people. You can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.